Hey there, so today we have another review. This is a beer from Equilibrium. It's actually been quite a while since I reviewed Equilibrium beer, even though we do get good distribution of their stuff. This is 7 Izzup. So this is in collaboration with Civil Society out of Florida. Absolutely, actually still produced in the Middletown facility in New York. And so this is Citra, Waiti, and Kawatu, I want to say. And then it's a New England Hazy IPA, but it's lemon lime added. So again, this was like a suggestion that I got at GB, the bottle shop I go to. I personally would have bought a lemon lime hazy IPA, but it seems pretty interesting. Let's try it out. 7.7 double IPA. Beer is very pale, right? So light straw color, nice medium plus to full on haze on that, a little bit of chunkies. Looks pretty good. Wonderful fluffy white head. On the nose. Smells like a hazy, citra forward. Maybe a little bit lime forward for a hoppy beer, but then again, the Southern Hemisphere hops do have a little bit of that kind of like lime character to it. But yeah, I wouldn't full blind. There's citra. I will say, like as you smell it more, there is a really kind of nice, kind of zippy, zesty orange peel. Lemon peel thing going on. So we're talking about like a you know, just that express lemon oil peel that you get in cocktails. Specifically, you can get that in old fashioned. So usually it's orange, but sometimes it's both lemon and orange. So yeah, it smells very nice. A little bit doughy malt, a little bit of that kind of like myrcene, stinky green marijuana hop character. Cheers. Yeah. Okay. Good. So that's mostly just hazy IPA. Creamy. Very light though. You can see in the color. I feel that I mean, it's not always, it can't always be accurate that the color always tells you something, but this beer definitely leans more oat cream, wheat cream, whatever you want to call it. Like, sometimes you get the adjuncted beers, the hazy IPAs, with more of those adjunct malts, it just tastes paler, right? Paler. We're talking dough and Wonder Bread. We're not leaning towards like biscuit and whole wheat and crackers, right? We're super light. And the thing with crackers, you can go like oyster crackers, which is more like, versus more like toasty or Ritz cracker, right? A little bit more toasty character to it. Excuse me. And again, one of the great ways to build your palate, especially when you're talking about beer, is grains and malt. And grains and malt literally equate to what you can find on the supermarket aisle that has all the cookies, breads, and biscuits and crackers, all whatever you want to call them. But like that aisle and cereal, especially too. These are all grain based. Like beer is a grain based product. So how you can train a palate to learn descriptors and learn differences on where the malt is from the supermarket, right? Or I guess your pantry, maybe, right? Mostly citra forward, so I get like very pale orange character. So Tangelo, maybe something like that, like white grapefruit, white peach, maybe like a little bit of stone fruit character. You get a little bit of that lemon lime zippiness, but doesn't taste like a Sprite artificial wise, and then it also doesn't overly dominate. Again, full blind, I would have a hard time immediately noticing that these adjuncts are in there. They're just mostly just a really pale, light, zippy kind of like hazy IPA. I also get a little bit of melon character, a little bit of cantaloupe comes in as well. A little bit of sweetness of the malt, a little bit of juiciness comes in the middle, so you get a little bit of this kind of like ripping into. It's very pale. It's very pale. So like even like I find that even something like an orange like or tangerine would be too juicy, too orange in flavor, too orange in color as well. We're talking lighter. So maybe something like, again, I'm going with white grapefruit. I'm going with maybe yuzu, like something like on the lighter, zippier citrus tone, not something as ripe and unctuous as like a blood orange or a mandarin orange, or right? Like when you go orange, you can get very juicy. Even orange juice is too light for orange juice. Grapefruit juice is probably a better analogy. Yeah, a little bit of that kind of like a green hop character in the middle. It's pretty nice, clean, executed well. Beer balanced by science. Yeah, I like, again, I think the word balance is a pretty good word here. For hazy IPA, it doesn't really overly dominate on sweetness or bitterness or creamy, rich cloying characteristics. Thankfully, balance also means that you don't over rely on like these all flavors of like chalkiness and the green hop matter. A little bit of green hop matter helps clean up the beer quite nicely. But what you get here at 7.7, you're really drinkable double IPA. And I would have guessed beer maybe 7.2, 7. But it's got a little heft to it, so right around 7.7 makes sense. Not overly dominant on the adjuncts again, as I say. I think it's a tasty beer. It's just a good. Honestly, I think Equilibrium might have a really good hit or miss count. I find that there is breweries that can miss on certain hazies, especially with distribution out in here. Like, you don't know how the beer is treated, but thankfully they rotate your product. And I can't read the date on here for the life of me, which sucks because like ideally you put it on the bottom of the can, but like, yeah, that's illegible. Like, yeah, you can't read that for real. Some point in this year, this was produced, and it tastes pretty fresh. I want to say this came in like within the last couple weeks or month. But then again, I've had it in my fridge for a week, so quite nice. Yeah, I like the lingering. There's a little bit of like lingering green hop character again. It's an all flavor when it's too dominant, but it actually does work with the beer. It helps make the beer offer like almost a. I mean, it actually does offer bitterness for fact. These cohumulones and non-isomerized alpha acids, beta acids, like there's hop product in here that is going to offer bitterness despite the fact this might be almost no boil beer and hop wise, like no boils in the hops. Like, I mean, it could be just straight whirlpool, right, with the hop contact, and that's gonna maybe isomerize a little bit, but there's always some amount of bitterness when you get dry hop like that, especially this heavy. The cohumulones and other compounds are going to offer bitterness despite them not being isomerized, offer alpha acids that do involve boil. That, you know, a beer is going to take 60, 30, 20, 10-minute boils. Those are going to isomerize those hops. This doesn't probably have that, but it's a tasty beer. Let's go with a solid 95. It's just really clean, easy, delicious hazy IPA. Equilibrium, crush it. Cheers. Later.